Hi, good morning. I'm going to pull from the energy and see what's all going on. I'm excited. I feel like the energy is going well. It's just, you could be going through I want to say a tug of war or I can probably explain it the way I want to explain it. Like fighting against the currents. Like, if I'm using the word right of an expression. But I feel like a current's like a river, like you're trying to go up a river. Like, I only feel that way. I'm giving an example of an expression just because I keep healing myself just to get sick, but I have to continue to keep going, and that's the intriguing part. I feel like I'm just fighting against a current, and the current feels like water. Like the way I know how to explain it is like a river or something. Maybe it's something that's going the opposite way. Like I'm healing myself, but I'm getting sick, but I have to keep going, and it's intriguing. Um, and that could be your energy too, or something that you're dealing with. It's intriguing. Where do I want to start? I want to start with the Eightfold Path. Let's start with the path. I think that's appropriate. You wake up, you want to know you're going in the right direction. So we're going to see where the mind is at. Where is the mind? Where is the focus? Effort. Effort. The mind is on effort. And it's green base. Where would the mind be headed to? You're on the path of effort. It's important to know. In right view, your mind is headed to the right view. Ooh, and double green base. Lovely. And mindfulness is at the top of that. And that's the red base. These are both green base. Right effort and right view. That's lovely to know that the view is out. Sometimes you can put effort in. It's almost like what I just said there. Said the way I want to explain this is just the way I said when you're fighting against a current or something. A current. Oh, I feel like I'm missing my words. I feel like my words are getting tangled. It's not like an occurrence, like something happened, like a current, like a stream of a river, or like water that's flowing. I don't feel like water that's flowing, like a normal like wave ripple. But I feel like that still could be a smooth little travel. This feels like a river coming down. It's a pressure, and you just trying to go up it, and it's just like, what the world, Jesus? That's what I feel like to an extent, but I actually feel good. It's just my side effects are coming off in that way because I keep getting sick. But I feel good. I feel still a little just, I don't want to say overwhelmed, but just like, I don't know how to explain it at the moment. I wouldn't use the word loss, but just like, I don't have an emotion for that at the moment. I really don't have an emotion for it. So I don't have anything to complain about. It's just timing. I feel like it's really important. What was I just saying though? Oh, the view, the right view. Just because you put effort in don't mean that you're viewing it the right way, but you are. That's the great thing. You're not seeing nothing in a negative way, which I guess that's kind of what I just explained or just expressed. But literally, you're viewing things the right way, so that's great. Whatever effort is, it's nice to have it with the right view, so that's great. We're going to see what Zodiac is influencing his energy today. Pisces is up top before I even shuffle. Speaking of water, speaking of water, that's kind of funny. I feel like an actual true statement. Like I'm serious about what I'm saying, but thinking about the actual Pisces symbol. There's two fish on there, but those fish are going different directions. It look like the same fish too. It's not like it's a different fish. Like we should be rolling together. Well, why are we feeling like we're resisting each other? Like, oh, I want to say water and oil, but even in that aspect, those kind of coexist. They separate at some time, but they don't look like they're having too much of a, this ain't working. They know how to coexist. Jesus. You see, I'm still rocking with my Jesus. You see, I'm still rocking with my Jesus. I'm still rocking with my Jesus. But Ashe to my lineage for sure. I feel like that's important. You see, I'm still rocking with my Jesus. But Zodiac is influencing this energy. I need to come back to this. Gemini is like it's about to come out. I'm gonna keep shuffling though, so I want it to come out. I just don't want to grab out today. I don't feel that energy to do it unless it was Pisces all day. But I might need to come back to this. Usually when it's Aquarius, um, I'm shuffling and nothing comes out because I have to come back. It's not ready yet. There we go, Kenter. Water, water, it's water. All right, what's Pisces? That's funny. Water, Kenter, ruling planet the moon. It's dark. That's what it is. Something that you learning. You have to. That's why you have to keep going. That's really nice. That's really confirmation for me. That feels really great to know that, honestly. Then Aquarius, like it wanted to pop out, and so did Gemini. That's that reflective energy again. They're going back to that Pisces energy I was talking about. Like you think of Pisces, it's like having another head on you. Imagine somebody actually. There's people who's like that. I've never seen it, but like local commercials, they advertise things like that. They advertise things like that. That's what it got brought to my attention. But being literally stuck to a person, like y'all heads are connected to the same neck, or your body might be stuck to each other. That's how literally you should be operating, not like you're separated, like you're actually separated from a person. Think of twins. That's a great example. I actually heard a story like this on the bus. I've been getting a lot of insight lately on twins, which is really intriguing. It happened yesterday on the bus. This lady had one of her babies, but she said it came with a twin aspect. He got a twin, and they identical. Um, but she only had one of the babies. But the way she was explaining how the babies were in there when it was time to deliver, like she had to get a C-section because they were like literally roped in with each other, like they were stuck together, like the umbilical cord was all around the other one and things like that. I feel like that's the same type of energy. It's so intriguing. This is literally a bind to something, but it's separated. That could even be why I'm having the side effects that I'm having. That's intriguing. That's really intriguing. But element air and water is really important. They're gonna have us again, ruling planet Uranus. It's an us aspect, resisting something. Really intriguing. Really intriguing. Universe, what you got for us, honey? What you got for us? Oh, I didn't even see who was paired up today. I see Capricorn at the top down, Frequency. Definitely gonna be in a. Ooh, that's a lot. Should I use that? We're gonna rock with it. It fell out on right effort too. The law of correspondence. How are you responding? The law of polarity to energy. That's in the dark. What's going with that ruling planet, the moon? Your emotions, which is going back to your eternal guidance, your connections. With your emotions, how are you responding to what you're feeling? You want to call somebody. Do you actually call them, or do you just sit there and like, you just think about it? You know, you want to do something, but do you actually act on it? It's going with law of correspondence, the first one that came out. It's important to respond. And I feel like this is a question. This is coming out as a question. It's not even really telling you. I might have just gave you your side effects that you're going to have, but that's the first one. How are you responding to your emotions? Which is funny because just recently said, pay attention to your emotions. The universe is saying, follow the law of correspondence. Respond. How are you responding to the law of polarity, which is energy, and the energy is in the dark, which is going back to your emotions? Then they got the law of compensation, and then the law of cause and effect. You actually came out. That's funny. Cause and effect all day. Compliments of this one. How are you responding? Are you not responding? Oh, there comes with an effect. You're not acting on it. Very intriguing. The energy is returning back to you. That's what's in the middle. You got the law of compensation, and these are the strength aspects. What's in the middle is the strength. All day. It's in the dark. This one goes together. It's complementing this one. The zodiac, which element is water, and the ruler planet is the moon, is complementing the universe all day. It's the energy that's in the dark. And it's returning. It's your emotions. This is beautiful. This is ridiculously beautiful. This is ridiculous. It's ridiculously beautiful. Oh, I'm trying to think of an example to give with this energy to express this. But this is almost like telepathy. I need some to drink, but dehydrated. Speaking of that, but but it's going with the emotions. It's like teaching the eternal side, but you're physically still here. That's why the response, the law of correspondence, how you do you respond? This is a lesson all day of a lesson, all day of a lesson. You just learning all day. How class going? You know, this is beautiful. And then the law of attraction is chilling up top, and then the law of perpetual is in reverse. I wonder why that's in reverse. Probably because maybe not together, and then the law of vibration is in reverse. Okay, but the law of attraction is what caught my attention, and it's the mind. It's purple on top of that. I feel like that's going with the right view. It could be effort, but I feel like that's going with the right view where your mind is headed to. It's an attraction aspect. This is so important. Let's keep looking at it. The law of polarity and the law of compensation. It comes right back. This is literally like a physical flesh stopping, but the energy comes right back. How do you respond? How do you respond? This is almost like, I want to use the aspect of ghosting people. Like, they ghost me. Because it's going to come off like that. But it's like literally, they're not dismissing you, they're approaching you. But it's airwaveably, like what you would think of a ghost. Like, I'm still thinking of you. I still feel you. I probably still recognize you. How are you responding? How are you responding? Are you resisting? However it goes, it goes with the law of cause and effect. It's really, really important. That's such a beautiful energy. It's just, how are you dealing with? This is a question mark all day. It's a question mark all day. And then I put the law of competition on top of the law of polarity. Really intriguing. I even set it back down to all the way the right way, unless it was meant for you to understand it's returning. Something is returning. They feel like that you thought you lost. It's returning. How do you respond? Do you try to resist? Do you ignore? Because a lot of times you think of, realistically, seriously, you think of losing something. Somebody die. Most people, they think it's a done deal. Move on. Not this energy. If you know better, if you know of eternal, you know it's not a done deal. But a lot of people, The flesh stop. This is just an example I know how to give within this energy. It's like the flesh stop, but that energy part is still there and it's approaching you. It's approaching you. And how are you responding? This is intriguing. This makes me understand a little bit. I've been running into people a lot who actually see the eternal side. Like they still, I said that twice. They still recognize what's beyond there. Like they actually see it. I'm a person, I don't never see no images or things like that. Like I see messages, but I don't never actually see like physical forms of nobody. I feel energy all day. I translate energy all day. I connect with energy all day. But I don't ever see no physical forms of what's beyond, the physical form that we have metaphorically. And I've been running into people lately who actually, that's their reality. They see it. I actually have met somebody who said they actually met Jesus. I was amazed. I was amazed. We had a little different perspectives, but it's the whole fact of you seeing Jesus. I speak of Jesus all day. You seen this individual? Intriguing. Intriguing. It's just I have to highlight on this aspect, and I never ever want to feel like I'm knocking their belief or anybody else should knock their belief just because they do consume of drugs, hard ones on top of that. And I had to ask each one of them each time, like, are you using the drugs to like run from it? Because sometimes when they were talking to me, they would say they turned to it because the voices or things they were too loud. They wanted to tone it out. So I was like, okay, once I caught that on, I was like, maybe I should ask people that, like, are you doing this to escape it? Because to me, I would think it would bring you closer. Like you are a little bit more number, you're a little bit more calmer to be able to receive. So that this makes sense. But for the ones who consume of it, thinking they're going to run and they continue to take it, knowing that it brings you closer, like, are you doing it to escape it? Because you're not going to escape it. There's no escaping it. You should have learned that by doing those drugs. But some of them, no. It just was something that just happened within their family. And they just started doing it. And I believe it's probably one of the reasons trying to escape it. But it's something else I asked. What the heck did I ask? I think I summed it up already. Just an addictions. Just an addiction. But within these lessons, thinking of how to explain this, it's something I have to explain. It's new to my awareness. It's even part of me having to keep going. Because the message that was brought to me personally was to enter the rest of God, you have to believe. Do I believe what they're saying? Do I believe that they're saying something? And that's a question mark for me. Do I believe it? I think that's why even I had a resistance to a aspect where we're just arguing. I don't even believe what the hell you're saying. And it's like, type of work I do, why don't I believe there's something there? That's why that trust part is so important. It's important. But just for my personal self, something that was brought to my attention is to enter the rest of God, you have to believe. Maybe to even be able to see what they see, I have to believe that they're seeing what they're seeing. So I was like, okay, I get it. That's a lesson that was brought to my attention a while ago. And I do speak of it a lot because it's like, ma'am, you translate energy. Why would nothing be there? It's not that I don't believe that they're seeing something. It's just that I want to be sure, if that makes sense. I want to be sure. Because sometimes people do manipulate things, if that makes sense. I personally want to be sure. That's all I'm going to say on that. But it's not like I don't believe, but that was something that was brought to my attention within this level of awareness. And on top of consuming of hard drugs, I just also want to be sure that they're not just seeing things, they're not just trying to manipulate it like, I want to say like a magician aspect. trying to think of an example to give, but I really can't at the moment. I don't know. The way I know I explain is people who learn that Bible and then they know how to manipulate it to get people to do certain things. I want to make sure I'm not falling for those type of aspects, or something that was brought to my attention of it's a fear. They're seeing their fears. That can come with a demon. Like they play with your mind all day. So I also want to be sure. So I had to get back in that energy. But one of them I really did believe. Like, you seen Jesus? Okay, yeah, rocks with you. Which I swear on everything. My whole day was led for me to meet that individual. It was the intriguingest thing. And what really made it stand out to me the most was that morning I got on the bus. Well, both of these two different people. I did say I've been running into people, but I really have. Like back to back of I be seeing things like forms of people, or I done met Jesus. Like, what? Intriguing. Not that I don't believe, it's just I'm not used to that. It's normally just like I come off like the just crazy one in the category, you know? I'm running into the other gangs that are looked at as like craze, you know? But it's not bad. It's just when you're aware, you're just aware. But anyway, I got on the bus and it was so quiet. Like I like quiet. If you know me, so like you complaining about quiet and intriguing. To start the day off, for one, and it's just so quiet. It felt like a tense quiet. Like, why is it so quiet? Like, nobody got nothing to say today. Intriguing. It is quiet, like a tense quiet. So I had to text about it, which I wouldn't say tweet, but I wrote down on Facebook. You know, what's that saying? How are you feeling today, or something? Well, I'm feeling like, why is it so quiet today on the bus? It feels tense. I'm uncomfortable that it's so quiet on this bus. Somebody got something to say on this bus. That's why it's tense. You ever just want to say something, but you're not saying it, but I can feel it? Tense. Later on that day on the bus, on the number 10 bus, on top of that, the balance bus, I ran into a talking machine. A talking machine that wanted to talk about nothing but Jesus and how he healed himself because he did hard drugs, you know? He had a beautiful testimony. But the whole fact, he said he seen Jesus. And his name was Matthew. His name was Matthew. And he said he seen Jesus. And he been fighting against an addiction for a while, he said. Been going to rehab and things like that. But he was a talking machine. He was a talking machine. Speaking of quiet, here you go, ma'am. Here's somebody who got a lot to say. It was so amazing. So amazing. The other aspect was, it wasn't even that same aspect. I'm not explaining that one. But it's more in a donating aspect. Like giving a part of you. I feel like that's a different type of a lesson, but it's another one who actually see things. See images coming out of walls. Hearing things coming from the sky. And I'm getting hungry, Jesus. My stomach rumbling, my nose is going. I need some tissue. I got some tissue. Oh, lovely Jesus, I'm prepared. I said, lovely Jesus, I'm prepared. Yeah, pardon me, I got that my little nose really quick. But that's a tense type of an energy to deal with. Because I did talk to one, definitely the last one I just mentioned, who's hear things coming from the sky and things coming from the wall. Said it wasn't always that way. It started during COVID time. Which really just threw me because it's like, I know what it is, but, well, at least I believe I know what it is, but there's nothing but the eternal side, so it makes sense. But I had to go back, like, you ain't never, ever, ever, even in younger years, experienced what you're telling me about. It'd be impossible It probably got intensified during COVID, but there's no way that you would have not always been this way. And that's probably where my question marks come in. What that person is into. Is what you're saying real? Or are you just fighting the fear aspect, which something has brought to my attention of what somebody could be seeing? Which I'm going to get back to that topic because it's like, it's a tense energy that I've been running into a lot. And it's like, I operate off family of faith welcome. I'm supposed to welcome these energies, but if I even have to start questioning if what you're saying is true, it becomes intriguing. That's why I need everything that we speak about to be honest. It's almost like if you lie in this category, you lie in these other aspects. It's intriguing to me, but it's something I said to somebody recently, and I was like, you ready to come home? I have to learn what home is on top of that. Like, I don't ever feel like there should be a tug of war or resistance in a home concept or home base. I don't mean that everything just always going to be just a sunny day. Because sometimes sunny days, it's too sunny. I would like for the little clouds to come in. Like, it's just, some sunny days just be like, oh my Jesus, it's bright, it's hot. So it's not even meant to be a sunny day every day. If you understand what I'm saying. I try to use it in a different expression, but it's like literally. Sometimes a sunny day is just like, let me pull these blinds down some, let me go sit up under a tree. Sometimes you just don't want to be all in the sun. So, sunny days ain't always a fun day either. That's intriguing. That's like, I'm getting too much love. That's a lesson I actually learned recently. Also, as into, sometimes you can love somebody so much that you could overwater them like a plant, which means they'll run away. Which that just seemed like, what? Like, you can literally give somebody so much love that they run. Like, you ruin it on an accident. It's like a plant. You overwatered it and it died. But your whole intentions was to pour into it the best way you could. Like, you my plant, I'm going to give you all this water. Make sure you grow nice and good. It's like telling a person you love them like 59 times a day. And they're like, oh my God, you just told me you loved me. The next day they try to stay away from you or something. Like you did something wrong. It's just like, it's a lesson that I had to learn. Like, oh my God, loving somebody so much can literally scare them where they die or disappear or just leave because you're giving them too much love. And when I say die, their physical body don't stop, but they just literally just, oh, you got a champion shirt on too. How funny. I feel like that's important. I got my champion shirt on. I looked over, somebody's put in, I got a champion shirt on too. That feels important. But that's really important. But I kind of forgot what I just said, looking over and saying that. Very important. What was I just talking about? I said I got my champion shirt on too. We are the champions, my friend. Dun, 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 dun. That's so funny. That's exactly what he said too. He said, I'm a die for this, what he believed in. They're not that, oh, that's what I was saying too. It's not like their physical body, that goes exactly with that. It's not like their physical body is going to stop, like just drop because, you loving them so much. They're just really just going to just pull away. Like you just saying, I hate you every day. But all you were saying was, I love you. It's too much for them. It's like you really have to baby step them, which that's hard for me. This is like, it's not real. If I love you, I just want to hug on you and kiss on you. I'm going to tell you 59 times a day, which is probably more than that, but like literally. Because I do. But some people, that literally scares them away. Like, how would you think that's possible? You ever watered a plant too much and it died? It's possible. And I know that is a little possible to me just because even how I sit there and say, I have to believe what you're saying. Like, if I'm being honest with you and you questioning my honesty, that's intriguing, but I guess that's the same way that they feel as to maybe you telling them you love them so much. It's just like, hold on, what? You don't even know me. Or I don't know. I ain't never been told I've been loved this much in my life. I don't know. It's just something that was brought to my awareness within the lesson that it's possible. And then we got the eighth house influence in this energy. That's an intriguing energy to come out. Then we got third house came out. God is going to compensation. Eighth house is with the law of compensation. It's coming right back like that loop. This is an infinity symbol. This 8 is infinity all day. All day. And then the law of cause and effect is communication. It's the third house. If you want, you can look up the third house and the eighth house in astrology to get more information on this. But for me, it's going with communication. The cause and effect is communication, which that's good. Definitely the law of correspondence being the first one that came out. You're going to respond. You ain't going to have no choice but to. Then the third house is standing out with distance, communication, and the mother. And then the eighth house, what I wrote down, you normally go with scandals and something hidden and secret. This don't feel like a scandal. This feels like something that's hidden and secret. It's your emotions. That's why you have to respond. It's important. It's an infinity symbol. It's still there. It's just you might not see it, but you're feeling it. It's still connected. It's almost like think of an umbilical cord, like how a baby is connected to an umbilical cord, and it's like that's a perfect example for this energy. It's cut, but that connection it's already there still. And think of it never ever separated. That's just for you to understand the process of it. If that makes sense. Like think of that umbilical cord still there. I thought I explained that. Then we got 12th house up here over here. Oh, I feel like I need something to drink really bad. I ain't got nothing to drink. But 12th house is at the top. That's going with that's graduation time right there. It's funny with me how learning the houses in astrology. I took time and I learned each one. Then I made cards for them. But once I got to the 12th house, the way the guy who was teaching me about it was explaining, he said people they get scared by that part. Like they feel like they're in jail. It's like once you know better, you can't escape knowing better. You know, you learned everything. But I was like, it threw me. It's like, why would you feel like you're in jail? Like you should feel free as a bird. It's the fact you know better. There's gonna be times where you might want to do something wrong, but you know better. It's gonna be a guilt. You're gonna naturally feel guilty. Because you know better. That's like prison to somebody. I want to say it's almost like even getting married. Why some people probably feel a certain type of way about getting married. You know what time it is. You know this is metaphor of the only person you're gonna be with for the rest of your life. That's not a bad thing. If you chose right. If you didn't choose right, yeah. You put yourself in prison forever with one person that you just was amazed by. Or just was greedy by. I don't know what made you attracted to that person. So it's hard to just pinpoint one area of what it could have been for that temporary moment that was not obviously a forever aspect. I was infatuation. Somewhere an infatuation came through, but you know that infatuation is gonna die off, and you know it, and you gonna be like, "Oh Jesus, one person." I know I ain't gonna be infatuated for the rest of my life within this area. But and I put the fingers up because some people within their alignment, they know how they meant to grow. They still might get out and mingle with other people. That's for their structure. They do it together. They're aware of what they're doing for their structure. You know, I'm not saying that's meant for everybody to do. That's not your structure. If you just with this one person for the rest of your life, that's what it is. If you with this one person for the rest of your life, but y'all still want to grow and mingle with other people, That's y'all structure. That's what y'all chose. And there's nothing wrong with that. Look, as long as y'all are good, y'all know what time it is. Because y'all won, but what's that little saying? Just because you see some monkeys or something jumping over a wall or some stuff like that. That's the monkeys jumping on a bed. One fell off. Well, it made me think of that. Two little monkeys jumping up. One fell off and bumped his head. Mama called the doctor and the doctor said, no more monkeys jumping on the bed. That could be a message right there for somebody. I don't know what made that come in my head, but it might go back with somebody mingling. You ain't supposed to be mingling in that form of a way. Get back to your spouse and stay with your spouse, okay? Stop jumping on beds. Stop hopping all over the goddamn place. That'd be lovely. No more jumping on the bed for you. One thing is a different example as to, you see one person jump over this is an example I've heard, and I can't even honestly use it right because it's something that I normally don't say, but somebody jump off a bridge or something. Don't you go do it because you see them do it. Just an example of what I'm talking about when other people be doing certain things within their structure. Sometimes they really don't be happy doing those things. They're just doing it just to please their partner. You was just like, well, they're still together and things. They're not solid and happy in it. Don't you follow that, Stick to what you want and what you believe. It will work. Or you're going to follow that same path and you're going to be heartbroken and little behold, you're going to be doing it just to please your partner too while you're unhappy. I'm just saying, a lot of people do that. It drives me crazy. Let's see what stands out in New York Tarot really quick. The Magician. I said something about the Magician. It actually came out too. How intriguing. The Strength card. Ooh, you be operating like a magician. In the Tower, something's gonna end. Lovely. And then the World card. Oh, there go my card. Hi. Your foundation. Something within your foundation. Then back to the World card. It's an infinity symbol. It's going back to that infinity symbol. I feel like that can go right back with the Eightfold Path concept. And then the Emperor. Let's move over to Messenger Oracle with that being said. So those are just highlights of things that just stood out to me. I feel like I'm going to go crazy if I see this message one more time. If I see this message one more time. Seek the lesson and seek your answers within. Seek the lesson. It's something you learn. This is class for sure. This is class for sure. I know every day is class, but this is a Pacific class for sure. It's something that you need to know. That's why I feel like a question mark. I just feel like a question mark all day. And it's going to probably seek the lesson and seek the answers within. There's no way you're not receiving. How are you responding? Love without condition and love that you are different. A repeated message all over. Follow the moon. Have courage. Trust in the magic. There we go. And that goes with that Magician card. Wash away your burdens. Have you made some mistakes? I feel like I can understand that guilty conscience right there. I recently was harsh a little bit to somebody, and I did not mean to, but I don't actually want to say that I regret it. It's how I felt at that time, but I go back and I was like, geez, I was really harsh. I was harsh. Harsh. Which I would like to say sorry for that, but I do. I would say sorry for that. It's just, I didn't mean what I said at that time. It's just, I needed time to think and analyze some things. But in that moment, I meant what I said. It's just, I was harsh. For sure. said, I would like to say sorry. Would you like to say sorry? Or you just, it would probably be nice to say sorry. I'm sorry for that. It's not, I'm going to keep moving forward. It's just, I understand that part. I kind of want to read it again. Wash away your burdens, things that's weighing you down. And that's honestly how I felt. I feel like I was being weighed down. That's why it's hard to say sorry, but it's still, how did you respond in it? I could have been a little bit more gentler, if that makes sense. Even though honestly, I would say I was, but the whole fact that I feel a guilt of I could have been a little bit more gentler is I could have been a little bit more gentler, obviously. But we are all connected. You were born to create. You were born to create. Ooh. Earth Power Oracle and Journey of, there we go right there. Journey of Love and Earth Power Oracle. This is part of the lesson. This is the lesson. And it's going with the Magician that just came out in the tarot. Earth Power Oracle and Journey of Love. It's really, really important. Well, I'm going to go to Gaia or Warriorless Prayer. We're going to wrap it up with Oracle Prayer. I'm not going to think I'm going to pull it from Gaia today. I think the Messenger Oracle confirmed for Gaia today. I put the book on top of Gaia, so I'm going to take it as that's what it is. Get in a faith lift. You just need a reminder or clarity as to act on what you're feeling. Like, that's all this is. Even with this Wordless Prayer, it came out again. It's the answer to your question. This is, as I said, this feel like question mark energy all day. Does this get in the confirmation? You need to know that it's okay to act on how you're feeling. Or to act on how you're feeling. Get in a faith lift. Anxiety in a man's heart weighs him down, but a good word makes him glad. Mm-hmm. Proverbs 12:25. Confidence in God. You need confidence in what you're feeling. As simple as that. You're not sure if to act on how you're feeling. I was told never, ever, ever to reach back out. You don't know what forever means then. Power tools. For God did not give us a spirit of timely. It's all about timing, timing, timing. Who sings that or raps that? It's all about timing, timing, timing. Timing, timing. That is funny. It's all about timing. It's power tools. I don't gotta read no more in this. It's timing. Timing all day. It's timing. It's funny, because this makes me, even what I said about being harsh. And this is another thing, because a lot of my lessons, I do learn with people. But some people feel like I don't want you sharing my business and things like that. But it's like, you are my history, so I had no choice but to. But that's the whole part of trust and things like that. Like, I grow with my family. I'm family of faith welcome. I always say I grow with my family, so I have to speak and mention you a lot. But somebody I met, I feel like when it comes to that timing, our first introduction is displaying what's happening. Like, I'm understanding things later on, like how that text message came through late. I'm seeing later. It might be the same aspect with that person too, like seeing things differently. But at least for me, I feel like I'm the one that's seeing the bigger picture later on, and it's the same way that text message came through later on. Like, I was a late text. I'm in front of you now. I think I was saying I was on my way or something like that, but like I'm here already. And the text message came like 10 minutes later, or something like that. It's the same energy, but it's just how that book was saying. It's all about timing. It's the timing. You needed this time to see it. You would never learn this lesson, an important lesson. Even if it's not with that person, but it probably would be, but with the next person. If that makes sense. I remember my eyebrows. It's forever. Like my eyebrows, I have to make sure they forever. These are tattooed on. Which I love my eyebrows a lot. That I really do. When I got them done, the guy was nervous to do them for me. He was like, "But they're eyebrows." He kept trying to send me to this like place that I guess they do it like at the nail salon or something like that, where they do something to microbead them. I'm like, no, I want them there forever. Just like my tattoos, I want them there forever. I want to wake up flawless, okay? Not just I have to go and repair them up. No, I want to wake up yes mode. So I got them on yes mode. There, I ain't gotta worry about it. There, I ain't gotta worry about it. But he really was nervous to do it just because it's the face. It's like, oh my God, if I don't do it right, it's gonna. Dude, I showed up to you for a reason. I know you good. I need you to get in a faith lift. I just need you to trust in yourself, sir. Okay? That's all you got to do. And look at the results. I always get compliments on them. You're great to go. But that's been the energy, you guys. I want to say have a great day, but I'm going to wrap this one up with till next time, for sure.